morning. I had the windows open this morning. Maybe you did too. Temperatures inland are going to be warm as we head back into the 70s. We will have a sea breeze that develops, so that's going to keep temperatures down along the coast, generally running in the 60s. Some sunshine that you're seeing out there now with some clouds that'll continue to drift in, and eventually that's going to lead to some showers later on. We get you out the door right now, and it's pretty comfortable out there. Maybe you don't even need that jacket. Upper 60s within Metro West, still 65 in Boston, 64 currently in Worcester. There's the wind. It's going to be running out of the northwest for today, and you can see some of these sites registering a calm wind. The wind stays light, so eventually that allows that onshore breeze to develop, and that's where temperatures are going to stay in the 60s, while inland we're back in that range of the 70s. Maybe you do a degree or two better than what we hit yesterday. As we look at radar and satellite, pretty quiet out there. You can follow a line of showers associated with a cold front that's nearby. What's going to happen is later on we will bring in some showers. I think once we get to this afternoon, just some isolated showers, mainly favoring areas south of the Mass Pike, but then as we get through 5, 6, 7 o'clock, more of these showers are going to fill in, so it could be a soggy commute home for you. This is just setting the stage for some heavy rain to end the work week and to start our weekend. We'll take a closer look at that timing ahead. Have that rain gear ready to go. We're tracking a few showers for later and some heavy rain tomorrow. We'll take a look at that timing ahead. Weather. Yeah, today's going to be pretty nice. We'll just have to watch for a few showers later on. In fact, we'll have showers and rain not only today, but tomorrow and into part of our Saturday. It's going to be a breezy weekend as well, but eventually we'll get this drier pattern just in time to celebrate Mom on Mother's Day. We look at our rainfall so far this month. We've only had one day that we have remained dry, and I think we're going to add a couple more green squares here before all is said and done over the next couple of days. Radar and satellite pretty quiet out there. You can follow the line of showers from Maine all the way down to our south and west, and this is associated with a cold front. And really, you can look all the way down across the Midwest, down to the south. You see some of this moisture that's out there. This is going to be our next developing low pressure system that is going to move closer to us and bring us a heavy dose of rain, not only for tomorrow, but into Saturday. We look at current temperatures. At least we can enjoy what's going on right now. We're still dry out there. Temperatures in the 60s, 65 in Boston, upper 60s within Metro West, currently 64 in Worcester. The wind you see here is generally going to be out of the northwest for today. It stays light. You can see a lot of these sites registering a calm wind inland. So what that means is these arrows are going to eventually point onshore, and that's going to play a role with our temperatures on the coast staying in the 60s, while inland we're back in that range of the 70s once again. I think a lot of low to mid 70s within Metro West, near 70 and into the low 70s within Worcester County. Future forecast as we get to the afternoon, some showers start to bubble up, mainly down across far southeast Mass. It's once we get to this evening that more of these showers are going to continue to develop, so it could be a soggy drive home for you. Rumbles of thunder even possible, and we'll keep that rain with us for tonight. But through the overnight, more just showers. Temperatures falling into the upper 40s, low 50s. We will have a lot of fog that we wake up to tomorrow. So future forecast shows that we have some rain tonight, and then overnight some showers. A lot of the rain favoring a heavier axis that's off to the west for tomorrow. I think tomorrow we start off dry, maybe some isolated spotty showers. It's once we get into the afternoon and evening, you can see all this moisture working on up. Brighter colors indicating we'll have some downpours. You might want to have a plan B if you had any outdoor dinner reservations for tomorrow. And then we'll keep those showers around with us for the night. Rain still filling in at times into Saturday morning. And now this model has slowed it down. So it looks like we'll continue to keep some showers into the afternoon before we clear things out the rest of our Saturday evening. Rainfall totals, a heavy dose of rain here. 1.5 to 2 inches is possible, painted by our in-house model. Now, you're ready to dry things out. We'll get there. On Sunday, we'll have plenty of sunshine. It's just breezy, warm temperatures near 70 degrees, and we hold on to that warmth until next week. All right, we continue this day-to-day chance for rain, a lower end chance later on this afternoon, a better shot Friday and into Saturday. So get that rain gear ready to go for tomorrow. As we look at our current temperatures, it's nice out there. We're in the 60s and 70s, the low 70s within Metro West, 68 in Boston, 67 in Worcester. You see that water temperature? It's at 52, and our wind has turned onshore thanks to the light wind that we have inland. So those sea breezes will continue to hold temperatures generally running in the 60s, right near 70 degrees on the coast, while inland we're going to climb a couple more degrees in the low to mid 70s. Visible satellite, we started out with a lot of sunshine. You're still holding on to that sunshine across Cape Cod and the islands. The reason your temperatures continue to climb. But as we continue to have more clouds, eventually we'll get some showers. There's a cold front nearby that's going to spark some isolated shower chances really once we get to, say, 3 o'clock. And then once we get to 5, 6 o'clock, more of these showers are going to fill in. So if you're commuting later on this evening, you might be using the windshield wipers, and those showers are going to continue overnight. But we get a
heavy rain headed our way for Friday into Saturday. We'll take a closer look at that timing and when it finally clears out of here next.
Things out. And May so far, we've only had one dry day. You have to go all the way back to last Thursday for that dry day. We've had some sort of rain within Boston every single day, and we are going to continue to add to that. We look at radar and satellite. For most of Metro West, continues to be quiet, and we're tracking some storms that have been out there. So some flashes of lightning off to the Berkshires within parts of Franklin County. Watching this little cell that has been fizzling out as it continues to push off to the northeast, and some downpours across southern New Hampshire. Watching this area as well, you can see the flashes of lightning making their way out of Connecticut and into Rhode Island. So we'll see how this continues to progress as it heads off to the north and east. But you can follow some of this moisture and trace it along a frontal boundary with all this moisture down across Kentucky. Developing low pressure is going to pull this all up from the south, not only tomorrow, but continuing into Friday, bringing us a good soaking rain. We look at our current temperatures. We're in the 60s and 70s. Not too bad out there. Just a tad bit on the warm side with the low 70s in Metro West, 63 in Boston. We have an onshore breeze, so that has knocked back our temperatures along the coast. Now most of us sit in the 60s. As we look at the overnight, temperatures are going to fall into the upper 40s, low 50s. Still this evening, the chance for some showers, even a rumble of thunder. We wake up tomorrow morning with some fog. Sunrise at 5:34, and we are not budging all that much with our high temperatures for tomorrow. We're in the 50s. We'll keep an east-northeasterly breeze. That's going to give us the raw feel, and we also have the rain. So let's just jump into our future forecast and show you it. As we get through tonight, there's still that chance for a few showers, possibly even a rumble of thunder. I think your best bet for thunder is going to be farther inland, north and west. As we get to tomorrow morning, you can see the axis of heavier rain really favoring areas off to the west where it sets up. While most of us, we could have some dry time in the morning and then definitely some areas of fog. Watch what happens. By mid-late morning, more of these showers start to lift in from the south, lifting off to the north and east, and rain is going to continue to fill in the afternoon. You see some of these brighter colors here indicating that downpours will be possible, and then we'll continue with some of that heavy rain through the evening, through the night. Friday night and into Saturday morning is when I think we have a better chance of hearing some thunder, and then you can see all this continues to roll on through by Saturday morning. Now we'll still have some of these showers, the downpours, rumble of thunder around for Saturday morning, but watch what's going to happen as this low pressure tries to pull away. We'll have some drier air that works in on the backside of it by Saturday, so by this time we're drying things out into the afternoon. Still some leftover showers, but then once we get to the evening, then we'll start to peel back on that cloud cover. So when all is said and done, I think a lot of us could pick up anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2.5 inches, some localized higher amounts near 3 inches, and that continues to favor areas off to our north and to our west, which is some beneficial rain. Already we've had some beneficial rain. Looking at today's updated drought monitor, now 18% of Massachusetts is in moderate drought, and we were talking about this last week. It was nearly half of the state, and also of note, some of our state is now getting out of that drought classification within Western Mass. So some good rain headed our way as we head into Sunday for your Mother's Day. We're sunny, we're dry, we're breezy, temperatures in the upper 60s, and we hold on to the 70s with some warm weather next week.
All right, Melanie, thanks so much.